In today's Parents in Action, we're helping you determine when it's age appropriate to leave your child home alone after school. Well, obviously, a 16-year-old can take care of himself at home alone, but can your 10, 11, or 12-year-old? Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine editor Angela Ardolino is here now to help you decide when it's okay to leave them alone and when it's not. Always good to see you.
You too.
Okay, you say first determine your circumstances. You have to decide, is it a childcare issue, or maybe you have like an hour or so between the time that your child gets home from school and you get off work.
Well, regardless what it is, at some point it would be nice for them to take responsibility and be able to stay home with themselves. So the earlier you teach them to do that and be responsible, the earlier you can do it. I heard you say 10 years old. I'm like, oh, I can't imagine a 10-year-old by themselves. But if you have taught that 10-year-old since they were 5 how to take care of themselves, the rules of answering the door, you know, for basic first aid, you know, those types of things, then by the age of 10, they might be ready for you to leave them alone. You want to make sure that they can take care of themselves, that they know what the rules of the house are. Do they obey rules? Do they seem more mature? And then once you determine that, yeah, they're ready to be left home alone, go ahead and make some practice runs. That's my favorite thing. So maybe go to the grocery store and, you know, have your neighbors come and do a test and knock on the door and see what they do. See if, you know, when they're older, do they invite friends over, that they lose that privilege of getting to stay at home alone. And just because they're able to stay home alone doesn't mean they're able to take care of a sibling. So we need to keep that in mind. Staying home and taking care of a sibling is a whole nother thing. Great thing about it is that St. Joseph's Children's Hospital has babysitting classes. So you can actually send your older child to learn how to take care of your sibling. And then once that happens, then you're all set. But yes, it depends on every child. Every child's different. I know we were talking about your 2 daughters. One's really responsible and the other one's like, I don't feel like it. So it depends. It's not of an age, it's more of a maturity level with each child.
I love the idea of having a practice run and then don't tell them that it's a practice run, just to see how they respond.
I'm going to the grocery store.
Yes.
That's right. And I love the idea if you've got a good neighbor who will pitch in and help you spy on them to see what they do. It's great. It's really, I used to ask my daughters all the time, what would you do if this happened, or what would you do? And I was so surprised by the answers. You want to let them know about the dangers in the world, but not scare them. So just have them be prepared. And the more prepared and the more mature they are, then you'll do it. Could be 10, could be 14.
Yep, depends on the child.
Depends on the child.
Always great advice, and always good to see you. And Angela is going to be back with us next week to help you get your kids involved in school activities. If you missed any of her points, you want to share the information with another parent, just go to abcactionnews.com, and you can always find help with a variety of parenting issues at tampabayparenting.com.